And hello again. So today is a bit of a different one. I've actually got some time to myself. Well, as I say that, I mean I've said no to some work this afternoon. No, that's a lie. In fact, I'm still going to be doing the jobs just later on. I've just got a few hours spare to spend some time on this, which I've been meaning to do for several weeks now. I'm slowly but surely getting it back, getting it sorted again. This is my beloved GSX-1300R Hayabusa. It's a Gen 1 Stealth edition, so it's a limited edition, all black frame, black panels. There's not many of these about, and they seem to be going up in price, so it's quite a special bike to me anyway. At first, when I got this, I didn't really like it. I'd gone from a GSX-R 1000 K2, 3, 4, something like that, to this, and it felt like a tank. It was set up wrong, crappy tyres, crappy brakes, crappy suspension. I just didn't like it. But I slowly but surely started to get things tweaked and replaced, and it started to come into its own. And since then, I've fallen in love with it. I've had it a few years now, and it's a phenomenal bike. Power, torque, like you wouldn't believe. It's just every time I ride it, I'm screaming as I'm riding it, because I do ride it to its to its full potential as much as I can, when safe to do so. Wink, wink. So yeah, I love it. I love it. It's one of those legendary bikes, so it's one that I'm not going to be selling. Anyway, on that note, I might do a review on this bike in the future, ride out, stuff like that, go over it, give you a bit of history, because there's so much to say about these bikes. They're extremely underrated. But today, what we're going to be doing is fitting this chain. We've done some other bits and bobs. Well, I've done some other bits and bobs. For example, it's recently had some EBC gold front performance discs. However, they have started to corrode, because after I rode it last time, I didn't. I can blame myself. It might come off quite easily, but I didn't wash the bike down properly, and it was just after winter, so there was still some salt on the roads. Rookie error. And it looked horrible when I actually took the cover off again a few months later. So you might see the old road spray there from the winter, the salt. So yeah, not good. I hate riding bikes in the wet or in the in the salt. Look, horrific there, salt all over it. Anyway, so slowly trying to get this, back to its former glory. So front discs were done, then the rear discs were completely worn out, so we changed those just fitted a new rear EBC rear disc. Got some pads somewhere here to go along with it. There we go. So and other than that, it's just had a new front sprocket, which is a JT, and it's just had a rear sprocket as well, which is again a JT. Let me try and move that jack out of the way. Where does it say it? Is it JC? JT? JT, yeah. So, next step is this chain, which is what we're going to be doing. And I haven't actually fitted one of these before. I was meant to be doing this last week, but I got caught off because it says you need a special... does it say it on the back here? Well, you need a special D.I.D type riveting tool, because it's not a link, it's got a rivet. I'll show you. I'll take out the back eventually, but there it is, and it's got two little holes in the top. So I'm hoping that my standard, I thought you needed a special D.I.D tool, but I'm hoping my standard chain tool, riveting tool, I'm hoping that will do it. I'm hoping that's correct, and that I don't need to spend more money on another kit, so we'll see. So we'll get this chain on. This is obviously a gold Super Street, good for up to 1400cc, X-Ring, racing, solid bush gold, blah blah blah. 530 ZVMX. Here it is, beautiful Japanese. D.I.D, Japan. 530 ZVMX, beautiful chain. So we're going to get that on the bike now. Right, I've had to set the camera up a bit precariously, but let me try and get this done then. Can't find my tripod, so we're having to do it this way. Try not to drop the chain on the floor, because I don't want sand and grit all over. Brand new chain, for obvious reasons. We've got it on the front sprocket now. And it's coming along nicely. And I've got it. There we go. And that is too short, is it? Yes, it is. Too short. Can I get one more bite? Yes, there we go. Beautiful. So that's actually on. I'll leave it in that position. Lovely. Take my greasy gloves off and grab the phone. There we go. Looks gorgeous. Just got to get the link in there with the O-rings on each side and then rivet it down. So that will be the next step. But oh my god, that looks gorgeous. Beautiful. Let me just show you what came off. And this has been on. This needs changing when I got the bike. Look at the state of that. It all sorts of unique kinks and bends in it that shouldn't be there. And then I'll show you the chainring. Carbon, that is. Not a lot left at all. Front one. Look at the angles. Almost pointing to the right. Completely worn. So I could feel that through the bike vibrating. So I was way too lazy. I should have got it done a lot sooner, but I'm very glad to be getting it done now. And here is the link that I was trying to show you earlier on. There's the hollow pins that I'm hoping are just going to round over with the tool I'm about to use. Apparently it should be okay. So O-rings to go on either side, and then a bit of grease just for the O-rings as you're putting this link back together. So here's the link ready to go in. I've fitted the two O-rings, put plenty of grease around there. I'm going to put it this way around and we're going to get it into that link, into these two links, and then we shall press fit them. Can I do this one-handed? Very tricky. isn't working. Right, I'll have to pause this and do it with two hands because this is too difficult. So I got it in. Once I've used two hands, it's surprisingly easy. So I've got the other O-rings on, some more grease. We'll get this final link popped on, and then it's already a nice tight fit, and then we will rivet it. Right, I forgot to film that because I was too focused on what I was doing, and I was using the wrong tool for quite some time before I figured out which bits I needed to use. So this goes on the back of the chain and sits on the two rivets, and this goes on the front and allows you to push this plate into place, and for these two rivets to come through, these two pins to come through these holes in order for you to be left with enough to press fit. So that's the next step. This is the bit we're going to be using for press fitting it, and it seems like it's the right tool for the job. I'm not sure if you can see, but it fits in there just nicely. So that's what we're going to do now, and I'm going to try and film it this time. So I've got the tool on there now. I'm hoping this is going to be easy enough. Seems to be moving. And that's about as tight as it will go. So I'd say that's that one done. Doesn't look like it's done much, to be honest. Let me see if I can pry that off. Well, it doesn't seem to be moving. Yeah, it's very hard to see. I'm thinking it must be done because it can't go any tighter. Let's try the... Yeah, it's definitely flared out compared to the top one. Yeah, now I can see it has actually been done, yeah. So we'll do the top one now. That's about as tight as that'll go. Yeah, can't go any tighter. Do those links move? Yes, they move. And they're both flared out. Done. So that was the correct bit with this little anvil to go on the back of each individual pin that you press in, and there we go, nice and riveted. Both of them done nicely. There we go. Done. And that is how you fit a D.I.D style chain link to a D.I.D style chain. I will be back soon with some more motorcycle videos. We've got, well, I have an Africa Twin here, and currently also a V-Strom 1050 V-Strom 2021. So we're going to do some reviews on those bikes as well, along with this beast. So stay tuned.